Hi, my name is Jakob. I'm a supply planner within inbound supply management. We source and buy raw materials and excipients for the Novo Nordisk sites all over the world. In a few steps, I'm going to show you how to place an order and the steps until identifying the need from the sites. System suggesting we place an order, just quickly verifying that we agree with this demand. We agree and place the order. Next step would be to have an order confirmation from the client that they are verifying actually what they sent is what we need according to our specifications. Seems to be fine. And then in the end of the day, we are going to see if we have any open orders from our sites all around the world. And as we can see here, we have an open order for 288 kilos of phenol, what we just ordered from the site in site Tianjin in China. And then we are going to execute. And that's basically the few steps there is in buying an order and have it executed to the site in the end.
At the external supplier, production has started. The order is produced in cleanroom facilities, and afterwards it needs an internal quality control and release before the order can be sent to Novo Nordisk. For this material, the standard lead time is 7 weeks before it can arrive at Novo Nordisk. The products are arriving at our warehouse location in Hillerød. The warehouse has high security, and before docking in, the driver and truck details are checked. The warehouse operator is unloading the goods and checking the papers, while the controller team is performing visual check of all the delivered products on the floor. They need to make sure that the products matches the order placed by Jacob, both in materials and quantity. These products are raw materials for our filling production, and are therefore critical raw materials of highest quality. Any poor quality of wrong product will have a direct impact on the final product, and a risk towards our patients. To ensure no mistakes are made, all containers of the products are ID checked in the NIR equipment room. Each bottle is labeled with a unique label to be able to trace the product back. Then the bottles are repacked into the boxes. In a cleanroom facility, specially trained personnel from the controller team are performing sampling of the products. As the bottles are opened up, everything is performed according to special instruction in order to avoid any contamination of the product. The samples are later sent to QC lab for further testing. Once all ID checks and sampling has been performed in the warehouse, the goods are moved into the cold storage area, awaiting results of testing and release by QA before they can be sent out to productions. In the laboratories nearby the warehouse, the samples from the cleanroom are delivered. The laboratory technician carefully checks and registers the samples for analysis. Each type of raw material has a special testing instruction, and Charlotte is preparing the tests in the system before going to the laboratories. In this case, 5 different tests are made. Each test needs careful preparation, with the correct mix of the sample and reactants to perform. In this case, the full testing program takes about 1 week in the laboratory before all tests can be concluded. Due to planning and optimized utilization in the laboratory, the testing cannot always be performed right after the samples are received. The standard lead time to perform all tests and conclude is 40 days for this material. Once all the test results are ready and have been calculated, Charlotte checks all the results and conclusions in the system. The final release is performed by the QA person in both Novo LIMS and in SAP. Once the products have been released in the SAP system, Jacob is able to see the availability of the products and can plan to deliver to the Novo Nordisk production sites. At the same time, the warehouse is now able to pick the goods in the system and physically from the racks. Based on an order from Jacob, the warehouse starts preparing the goods. In this case, the goods are also on the list of dangerous goods and need special approval in order to be shipped to the production site. Finally, 120 days after Jacob placed the order, the goods are sent to production. Had the demand or consumption changed meanwhile, we could have ended in an urgent situation where Jacob would have to step in and ask for expedited processes through the flow to mitigate any stock-out situations or production stop.